everybody, thanks so much for tuning in again today. I created this spring-inspired kind of orange light look. I love it so much. I've worn it twice since I designed it. This whole entire look is using affordable products. So if it's not from like Target or Walmart, then it'll be from ColourPop, which is, you know, everything's like $5 there. So everything's super affordable. I wanted to create it for you guys, and I hope you really enjoy it. I know it's technically still winter, but here in Denver it's like 70 degrees. So I'm feeling the spring. Watch, it'll dump snow tomorrow and I'll be back with my dark smoky looks because, you know, that's how I run. Thanks so much for watching. Leave a comment down below what you want to see next, and also just let me know what you thought. Love you guys. Bye. Let's get started. So we're going to start with the Maybelline Studio Master Conceal in Fair to prime our eyes. It's a good way to even your skin tone. Then we're going to go with Revealed 2 by Costal with this mauve shade. And we're going to take a big fluffy brush and run that all through our crease. Then we're going to take this darker mauve shade, and we're going to take a smaller blending brush and put that directly in the crease, less above it, all that jazz. Then we're taking a flat shader brush and wetting it with the Wet n Wild Photofocus setting spray. And we're going to dip back into that palette and use this ivory shade and put that on the inner third of our eyes. Got to pack this color on if you want it to pay off. That's also why I wet the brush. Then we're going to take the color right next to it. It's kind of this coral color. And we're going to pat that on the outer third of our eyes. And you kind of want them to meet in the middle, but not really, because we're going to put something else there. Then we're going to take this bronzy shade with a dome brush and carve out our outer corner and our crease. Then we're going to take that darker mauve shade with a denser pencil brush and bring that all the way over, still in our crease, but all the way to the inner part of our crease. Then we're going to take the star of the show. This is ColourPop in the color Flipper, and we're going to pack this on the middle part of our eye. I had to build the color up a little bit, but once I did, I loved it. And touch up that white. Got a jam. Alright, so we're going to take this darker brown color, and we're going to mimic winged eyeliner with it. There you go, you can see that. Then we're moving on to the face, starting out with the L'Oreal Magic Lumi Light Infusing Primer. Just rubbing that on with my fingers. Now going in with the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation in Shell Beige. I'm patting that on with my fingers and then blending it out with a kabuki brush. The primer underneath that should make it more of a demi-matte or natural finish, which is what I was going for. So it's not as matte in this picture. Then we're going to go in with that concealer we started with and put it under our eyes, down our nose, on our forehead, and on our chin and lip just to highlight. And then I'm going to use the same exact brush and blend that out. Make sure you go in circular motions on your chin and mouth so that it doesn't look like a mustache. And then for extra highlight, I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Highlighting and Concealing Pen in I-VORY Into You. I was a little bit disappointed with it having a highlighting effect. I would actually just use this as a straight concealer. I wouldn't say it's necessarily highlighting other than a normal concealer. But I still enjoyed it, so this is a little bit of an extra step. You could use one or the other of these concealers and you'll be fine. Mine's a little extra. And I'm going to use the e.l.f. High Definition Under Eye Setting Powder. I love this powder, but I hate how tiny the packaging is. I can barely dip my brush into it, and it's just frustrating. So I think I just need to buy a bigger container and do that. Anyways, I'm going to set the rest of my face with the Revlon Photoready Translucent Finisher with a big fluffy brush, just so that the rest of my powders go on smoothly. Then I'm going to use this Wet n Wild contouring palette in Dulce de Leche, just using that contouring side and going into the hollows of my cheeks. It is very pigmented, which I was not expecting because it was so cheap. It was only like $6. So be careful with that. I had to go in and blend in with a fluffier brush after I placed my product. So just so you're aware of that, it is very pigmented and it needs blending out. I do like the color though. It's a little bit warmer than I normally go for, but it's not too warm that it looks silly on me. So I felt it was perfect for a springy, summery look, whatever you desire. Then we're going to use the Milani Fantastic bronzer. It's a little bit of a shimmery bronzer, which I really like, but this color you have to build up if you want it to be very pigmented, but I like that in a bronzer because you don't ever want to go too ham with a bronzer. Then we're going to use the Milani Powder Blush in Coral Cove. This is actually very pigmented, so only a little bit on your brush and then blend it away quickly before it sets because you don't want a big blot of color. Then I'm using that big fluffy brush again just to kind of mold all of those colors together. Now I'm going to use the ColourPop Smokin' Whistles, which is a cheek super shocker, and I'm using my finger, putting it on my cheeks, my nose, my lip, my chin, and above my eyebrows just to get that highlighted look. When you put the highlighter over the eyebrows, it kind of gives the illusion of your eyebrows having a higher arch. Now we're going to go back into that Revealed palette and use that mauve shade, and we're going to put that under the lash line. Then we're going to take that dark brown and put it only on the outer corner of the lash line. With the Wet n Wild Idle Eyes eyeshadow stick, 130 Pixie, put that on your inner corner of your lower lash line. Then we're going to use the Wet n Wild Color Icon Kohl eyeliner in Calling Your Buff. It's a nude eyeliner on your waterline to open your eyes up even more. Then we're going to use the Maybelline Lash Sensational Luscious, which I'm so excited about. It is amazing, guys. I like it even better than the original. Super awesome. And to finish off this look, we're going to go in with the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in Stockholm. I absolutely love this lip color. It doesn't stay as long as the high-end liquid lipsticks, but it definitely stays for a really long time. And to make sure everything stays, we're going to use the Wet n Wild setting spray and let it air dry. And this is the final look. Thanks so much for watching. To ash and dust, I wipe my brow and I sweat my rise. Breathing in the chemical. Is that a song? I don't know, I should make it up. I'm breaking